And first of all, let's never forget, today, despite the improving economy, we have a major jobs and income crisis. What do? We need to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. I've introduced, along with Barbara Mikulski of Maryland, a $1 trillion piece of legislation that will go a long way to rebuild our crumbling roads, bridges, airports, water systems, and by the way, support the creation of 13 million decent-paying jobs. And when we talk about jobs and income, the $7.25 minimum wage here at the federal level is a starvation wage. We need to raise it over a period of years to $15 an hour. Nobody working 40 hours a week in this country should live in poverty. Further, despite what my Republican friends may think, climate change is real. Climate change is caused by human activity, and it's already causing devastating harm. We have got to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. We have to pass pay equity for women workers. It is not acceptable that women are making 78 cents an hour compared to men. Fourth, if we're going to save the middle class of this country, we need to fundamentally transform our trade policies. They are not working. Corporate America is going to have to start investing in the United States, not in China. Fifthly, we got to learn from the rest of the world that investing in higher education is an asset. It is a positive step. It is a national disgrace that millions of our young people are graduating school deeply in debt, and many others cannot afford to go to college. That is not the way you create a great nation. Anyone who has the ability and desire should be able to get a college education, regardless of the income of their family. 6, you cannot regulate Wall Street. Wall Street is regulating the Congress. The 6 largest financial institutions have assets of almost 60% of our GDP. If Teddy Roosevelt were president today, you know what he would say? Break them up. And he would be right. It's time to break up large Wall Street banks. As I mentioned earlier, the United States remains the only major country on earth without a national health care program, and yet we spend almost twice as much per capita. It is time for America to guarantee health care to every man, woman, and child as a right of citizenship. Some of my colleagues in Congress, some of my Republican colleagues are working day and night to try to cut Social Security, cut Medicare, cut Medicaid. Needless to say, I strongly disagree. We've got to expand Social Security, not cut Social Security. We need real tax reform. It is not acceptable that major corporation after major corporation making billions of dollars pays nothing in taxes, or that we lose $100 billion a year in revenue because these companies stash their money in the Cayman Island, Bermuda, and other tax havens. It is time for these large corporations to rejoin America and start paying their fair share of taxes. So let me thank Mr. Hughes and my forgiveness for overextending my time. But we are at a crucial moment in American history. And it is imperative that we learn from the civil rights movement, which achieved so many extraordinary victories, that we organize, that we educate, that we bring people together to create an America that works for all of us and not just a handful of billionaires. Thank you all very, very much.